What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Scary Hour. And we're back, man. I mean, this week is a very good week for me. My mother got married, so congratulations to my mother and my stepdad as well. I'm really happy she didn't get married to my original father. I'm really happy that fell off when I was 3 months old. I mean, the only reason I say that is just because my dad ain't shit. So yeah, I'm really happy God sent her my stepfather, because yeah, it's just, hey man, I based on what I've heard and based on what I've seen myself, my father is an ain't shit ass nigga, and I can't see my mom go through some shit like that, because I lose it. I lose it. And I could only imagine how like fucking toxic the household would be. You feel me? Like how toxic I would be. And I'm already toxic, or I was already toxic. But yeah, it's just it's crazy to think that, it's crazy to even say that my stepfather's been more of a father than my actual father, and it's unfortunate, because obviously who wouldn't want their original parent to be like there for them? I can only imagine certain people that have it worse than I ever had it coming up. And it's like I said, it's unfortunate, but what we gonna do about it? You feel me? At least I'm grateful enough to like say that I have somebody as a father figure there. And I've had other father figures before. Like my uncle, he's been a father figure to me, just because even before my stepfather, he's been there, giving me like, treating me like a son. Even though it's a little weird, because that's my mother's brother, but don't think about it like that. Dirty minded. But yeah, it's I've been fortunate enough to say that, at least, you know. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my stepfather, and many more years to come for them. And I don't know, man. It's as I was watching them get married, I was just like, damn, bro, like that's gonna be me right there. Like I'm gonna be getting married at one point. I keep putting up and down this water bottle, like I can't, like I'm not thirsty. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, it's I'm over here looking at them like that's not gonna be me a few years from now. And it's just crazy how hard like life hits and how fast it hits. Like it's not even about how hard it hits. It's like, motherfucker, this life hit hard and fast, bro. Pause. Because I'm already turning 24 tomorrow. At the recording of this video of this episode, it's tomorrow. But by the time you guys are listening, today's my birthday. Yeah, so happy birthday to me, I guess. I'm not even excited for my birthday this year. I don't know why. I mean, obviously, aside from what I spoke to you guys about a few episodes ago about how tough it's been for me personally this last month. It's just that's mainly a huge reason as to why I'm not excited for it. And then also, aside from the fact that it's another year closer to 30, which is the way I'm looking at it right now. I'm counting down to 30 right now. Midlife crisis already hitting, and I'm not even in my 40s. But yeah, it's they weren't lying when they say that your 20s go by quick. Cause I'm 24, bro. 6 years from now, I'm gonna be 30, my nigga. Like that shit is ridiculous to me. I can't fathom that in my head. I can't really put that in my head right now. I'm sorry. It still has not processed. Obviously, I'm not 30. Obviously, I'm not 2 years away from 30. Obviously, I have a whole half a decade, a little over half a decade to go. But the same way these last 4 years, ever since I've been hitting my 20s, went by is too fast. All right, it needs to slow down just a little bit. My girlfriend reminds me, yo, you're getting old. Feel me getting closer to 30. Like, oh shit. I'm like, bitch, you 22, man. You up next too. Fuck out of here. Like, I was once 22. And next thing you know, I blink and I'm 24. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it. But it's scary, y'all. It's scary. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared because if I feel like life is hitting me right now, hard and fast, pause, I could only imagine how I'm going to be when I'm 30. And then, like, also what the fuck I'm going to be doing when I'm 30. Like, that's another thing, too. Like, I feel like I have to figure it out within these next 6 years. If not, I'm just like, anybody could come for me. I'm just a failure. And I know it's not like that because people don't figure it out until they're in their late 30s, even early 40s. But, you know, I like to set a milestone for myself. I like to set like a timestamp, at least so I could like use it as a as motivation to push me forward on whatever it is that I want to do with my life. But aside from that, shit, I'm enjoying my 20s. I am enjoying it, except for these little spurts of depression and everything going and feeling like everything is going wrong. But yeah, I mean, that's life though. Shit, y'all gonna feel it. If you're under 20, you're gonna end up feeling it. Enjoy it. When I'm telling you right now, I know you be hearing older heads say it, but I'm telling you, enjoy it, bro. Or sis, whatever. Enjoy it, because I wish I could go back in time when I was 18 and just like do certain things that I would later look at and be like, at least I got to do that. I don't know what those things are, but if I put my mind to think about them, I'm gonna come up with a list. It sucks though. I'm not freaking excited for my birthday, bro. Like, who isn't ever excited for their birthday? And it's true to the notion of like, oh, you know, as you get older, the less like surprised you are for your birthday, or like the less happy you are for your birthday. And it's like, I'm not trying to live by that standard. Fuck out of here. I'm trying to be excited every time my birthday comes around, but shit has not been going my way lately. Not that it has to, but shit has not been, at least, you know, anything positive lately. So, or I don't want to say anything, but like many things have not been positive lately. So, it puts them into perspective as to why I feel the way I feel towards my birthday. But enough about me. I hope you guys had a beautiful weekend last weekend. And I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. Just because it's my birthday, and I feel like if I'm having a good time, you should too. So, I don't know. I felt like that was so self-centered. I'm sorry for that. But let's get into these topics, man. Fuck all that. Facebook's new Metaverse, man. Shit. Hey, listen. I don't know what Facebook is doing. I've been dropped Facebook. I've been let go of Facebook. Facebook has been a dub. A lot of people around me see it the same way. A lot of people in this generation see it the same way. I do not understand how my grandmother and her brother and her sister are still on that shit. I mean, I get it. It has a older generation. I actually want to speak to her. Maybe she knows about this news because they're so involved with Facebook that it's like, how do you feel about Facebook not being called Facebook anymore and called Meta? They say that they will allow users to create customizable avatars and homes. So they have this whole thing where like you can create your own home, and that I see the vision. Like, I think they're trying to use Oculus, which is like this like headset you put on, and it feels like you're fucking around, like everything as you is in your point of view. So everything looks like it's like right there and it's real. I feel like the only way they'll thrive with this whole thing is if they make Oculus work better. Meaning, from what I've seen and heard, the technology on Oculus and like this from this view is different. It's pretty like lackadaisical still. It's still in the works. It's not as great as it could be. And also like building a better fucking headset. I don't know if maybe you could create like some glasses that just cover your eyesight, not just wrap around your whole fucking dome. That shit is uncomfortable because you have a limited space. Like, you only have like, I don't know. It's weird. But I feel like if they were to find the trick around that and just like create these glasses that are that just wrap around your eye and shit, and just like make everything around you look as if you're in the meta world or in the metaverse, that would be dope. Make it easy and accessible for people to use immediately. I feel like that would work immensely great. The only thing is, whoever doesn't know what the fuck this is might fuck around, see you wearing that shit and think you're blind. So that's actually a great fucking idea. It's like, look at people that are blind that wear them thick ass glasses and like wrap around their whole fucking shit. Like, they literally have shades like everywhere. Like, their whole eyesight is covered. You can't see their eyes from the side. You can't. None of that. They have to take off their glasses in order for you to see their eyes and shit. But yeah, shit. I don't know. It's pretty dope though. I see the vision. The fact that it's coming from Facebook, I feel like it's gonna fail for that reason. The fact that it's Facebook changing their name and like doing this thing, I feel like that's why it's not going to work. But I could obviously be wrong, completely wrong. This could be completely one of the greatest fucking advances in our fucking technology life, or in the history of technology, just because it presents a different, a more advanced technological space in our system at this current moment. But yeah, Metaverse. I mean, I'm excited for it. I don't know about you guys, but I am actually pretty excited for it. It's not gonna make me want to use Facebook. The only reason I have Facebook, aside from having family members on Facebook that I keep updated, that I keep in the loop of my own life every like once a year, because I only post on Facebook like once a year. Aside from that, it's the fact that I play Call of Duty Mobile, and every time I sign into Call of Duty Mobile, I use my Facebook account. So it's like, if I don't use my Facebook account, it's a whole different account being created. And I have a long time with my Call of Duty Mobile. I have mad skins under that account. So I would never, until the day comes that I get hacked or some shit like that. But aside from that, that's the only reason I use Facebook. That's the only time I come across Facebook. And the amount of data they're probably taking away from me is ridiculous. And they're selling out there is probably ridiculous. Motherfuckers probably know everything about me. But eventually I feel like we're going to get to an age where our privacy is going to be very transparent, and there's going to be so many things that are going to be exposed to the public that eventually this new generation will look at and be like, you know what, fuck it. We have all of these other things. We might as well just have all of these other things about ourselves out there for everybody else to see and use and whatnot. And obviously, I feel like my generation would be completely against that. Maybe even this generation would be completely against that. But definitely for sure, the next generation would not. I feel like, or will be leaning towards like, we'll be having those people that just agree and disagree upon it. But I feel like this generation and my generation are like, just like, okay, you know what? Nah, bro, we're not fucking with that whatsoever. But that's Facebook's metaverse. I don't really have anything else to talk about that. I think it's gonna fail unless they figure out that whole glasses thing, wearing the headset and shit like that. Once they figure that out, I feel it's gonna be good. And the fact also that it's from Facebook, unless people give Facebook a second chance, but the fact that Mark Zuckerberg looked like a fucking lifeless robot, and robots are already lifeless, so that says a lot. In that whole live introduction to Metaverse, earlier this week, it was ridiculous. I was just like, bro, why aren't your eyebrows moving? Like, why is your tone so fucking standard and regular? Why are you not surprised? Why are you not showing any facial expressions? Yo, you white people need to work on that. Real shit. Motherfuckers just be mad bland about everything. Like, I get your food being bland, but you have to at least try to be some type of fucking, I don't know, have some sauce to you, my nigga. Damn, bro. Like, niggas be so fucking bland about everything. I don't know. Moving on from that, though. I wanted to talk about this thing that I came across. This story about Kentucky school district investigating homecoming skit where teen boys were seen in lingerie and gave staff members lap dances. Girls also wore Hooters costumes with fake beer bottles. It's Kentucky. You feel me? That's like saying it's Alabama in some states. In some in some case. But that's crazy. And I seen some pictures. I didn't see the videos. I seen the pictures. And it was like these boys be thinking that shit is cool. Like, bro, what are you doing wearing a whole lingerie, bro? Like, I get it if you go that way, but it's like, as a joke, you might as well also joke around and say you gay. You might as well also be like, yo, I'm LGBTD in my mouth, you feel me? Like, you should play around like that too, shit. And I bet you majority of these kids watch Aiden Ross. How much you want to bet? That's the reason why they was wearing all of that shit. A lot of them was playing around like the way Aiden Ross be playing around. All of these kids was Aiden Ross child. I bet you. It's Kentucky. I bet you a lot of these kids, those white Suburbans, be probably watching all this fucking be watching Aiden Ross streams and all that shit, just loving it, how gay he is on his streams. And I condone it. Hey man, if you go that way, you do your thing, you feel me? I don't know, but motherfuckers be playing like that. And they want to choke it up to them playing, and it's like, bro, keep it a buck, bro. Like, you low key mean it, bro. But that's crazy. The girls wearing Hooters costumes with fake beer bottles is crazy, because I can only imagine the amount of perverted teachers and professors in that fucking school just looking at them like, you're funny, Christina. Oh shit, like, or like fucking jerking off behind the desk on the low. I don't know, man. There's teachers like that, bro. We always see it. There's always a teacher getting fucked by one of the students. And the fact that story gets out is ridiculous, because if it was me in that circumstance, in that position, I'd be quiet as fuck. I wouldn't say nothing. Why would I fuck it up for myself? I get to come to school every day. Now, the only problem is, what if I start crushing on somebody else that's actually my age in the school? Feel me? That's when the problem comes in, because then what if the teacher definitely gonna notice, because she already on my dick, literally. So she gonna notice, and she gonna see that, yo, I see you looking at that girl every day. Yeah, well, that's why she failed her test. Well, maybe you should think about who you fucking look at and talk to in the hallways, because I be seeing all of it. I'm there. I'm everywhere. when shit go like that, that's when I'll be like, yo, teacher raped me. Teacher be on my dick, literally. And there goes her career. But yeah, man. I really don't be understanding how them shits get out. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like they make it too obvious. That's probably what it is. But in the cases of these girls wearing these fucking costumes, it's crazy because you already know how Hooters be dressing their staff members. It's ridiculous. Their employees be dressed up like, and they just recently made their shorts shorter. How do I know that? Because of TikTok. Don't come at me. Feel me? I was on TikTok, came across this one TikTok we were talking about. This girl showed up the original shorts that were pretty short. That damn near was like booty shorts. And then like the new updated shorts, which were like literally half the cheek was out and half the cheek was covered, based on how the shorts looked. And then also it just covered the cooch, and that's it. Other than that, that's it. Like, like what if you have a wardrobe malfunction? Like, that shit is crazy to me. I don't know. It's crazy that we still don't understand that there's fucking perverted ass teachers in schools. Like, how do we not understand? How do you play around with students wearing fucking, even if it's a skit, like that's playing around. So it's like, why would you even play around like that? Knowing that there's potentially at least 2 of these teachers that are definitely dying to pipe one of these 16-year-olds. And yeah, it's just be, I don't know. But of course, like I said earlier, it is Kentucky. Feel me? Aside from the fried chicken, they're probably also known for shit like this, doing scandalous shit like this. I don't know if you guys remember the MTV throwback show that had to do with like high school scandals. And then like each episode would be like a 20-minute episode of like all of the pranks and scandals that were happening across America's high schools, and how they would do pranks on homecoming and shit like that. And I used to enjoy the shit out of those shows. I don't know. I hope you with me on this. Like, I hope you remember or know. If you haven't, just search it up. Literally how I explained it, because that's what I remember from it. But I remember I used to watch that show, and I was like in fucking middle school, I think. Or like, yeah, I think I was like at the beginning of middle school. I had just started middle school, and I couldn't wait to like go through middle school and go to high school. And I was just like, oh my God, is this how high school is gonna be? Oh my God, this high school shit. I'm gonna do so many pranks in high school. I'm gonna put fucking lube on the floor and say, let everybody slip and trip and shit. Like, and I'm gonna record everything so that everybody can see it and everybody could be like, ha ha ha. Like, look, I did that. I'm gonna be known in homecoming as that nigga that put lube all over the fucking cafeteria, and everybody was rushing in that was hungry, ended up breaking up a fucking leg and twisting up their ankles and fucking landing on top of each other and shit like that. That's how I was viewing high school. I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to tag somebody's locker. I can't wait to put something smelly in somebody's locker. I can't wait to fucking I don't know, fucking bully somebody. I can't wait. First of all, my high school didn't even have lockers, because New York high schools is different. Second of all, I got bullied, so that already says enough. You feel me? Those were the ones having fun. I was over here trying not to get jumped. I was over here trying not to kick, like not fun niggas to come at. I was over here trying to act tough, so I don't get my ass whooped every day or bullied or made fun of every day. So instead of me having the fun that I thought I would have, I ended up watching my back for the 4 years in high school. So for all of you niggas that was bullying and sucking bully dick, y'all could all suck a dick now. And I hope that you're going around DMTA dancing for niggas. I hope that you going around and dancing on the pole in the MTA, and then getting mad because you only got $3 out of the entire time you were dancing. And I hope that somebody has spilled their Starbucks drink on top of your little speaker that you bring every time. You get the point. You got the memo. I hope all of you that are now scamming get called by the federal government just because you've been scamming and scammed the PPP loan system. Feel me? Eventually. I hope all of that gets to you, motherfuckers. Y'all won then, but y'all ain't gonna win now. Nah, I'm joking now. But yeah, it be like that, y'all. That's exactly how it went. Literally, just look for it on YouTube. You'll find episodes on YouTube about the show. But it was fun as fuck. I used to love that show. I used to just envision myself in high school, living it up. Maybe I would have done that if I was elsewhere, not in New York. But I feel like because we were in New York, yeah, high school were really fucking trash. Everything was bad. We had fucking metal detectors in high school, which is ridiculous. And I know some other high schools in other states have that same thing, but our gun laws is pretty strict, so that says a lot. Anyways, man, yeah, this story is ridiculous. Anyways, moving on from that, I came across a story earlier that it said Elon Musk is willing to sell $6 billion in Tesla stocks in order to solve world hunger if the UN can prove how they would use the money. Now, a guy named David Beasley, who is the director of the UN's World Food Program, challenged Elon to donate some of his wealth to the cause in order to celebrate on passing Jeff Bezos as the world's richest man. I was also reading that this like UN World Food Program, like this program that David Beasley is the director of, also had made like billions before and still didn't get to solve world hunger. So I wonder what the fuck they were doing with that money. Now could have been false. That could have been an alleged story, but I just wanted to throw that out there before I start getting in deeper into the story. Anyways, what I like about Elon, this is why I fuck with Elon, because Elon is not as smart as he is. He's not a naive person. He's smart enough to be naive on top of all of everything else that he knows. He responded and said, if the WFP, which is the World Food Program, can describe on this Twitter thread, which is there's literally between Twitter responses, like these. This is how this whole conversation went through Twitter thread. If the WFP can describe on this Twitter thread exactly how $6 billion will solve world hunger, I will sell Tesla stocks right now and do it. One of my things is, bro, why just ask Elon? Just because he's now the richest man, you're going to ask just Elon? There's other motherfuckers like Jeff Bezos, who Elon just passed, that are just as rich, just a little richer than Elon. Oh, excuse me. A little richer than Elon, bro. Like, ask everybody, my nigga. You feel me? Put Jeff Bezos out there, bro. Come on. Anyways, yeah. He was like, I want you to explain exactly how you're going to use this money and how you're going to, exactly where it's going to be allocated to. Specifics. Elon asked for open source accounting so that the public sees precisely how the money is spent. Which the WFP is completely for. They right after that, They were just like, okay, we definitely have a program that can leave everything transparent for everyone to see, and we'll get back. So we'll see what happens with that. Like I said before, based on that one story I read about the WFP having billions before and still weren't able to solve world hunger, it's like, and that's what happens with a lot of these fund programs. It's like they be for a cause that's such a great cause that a lot of people can't deny giving a penny to, but the people running it is horrible people that worry more so about paying the people that are in the program than actually solving the cause. Because originally what you would think to yourself is like, okay, if you're in the program, you are for, I don't know, deleting world hunger and solving it. So therefore, you are willing to maybe have a pay cut or maybe do shit voluntarily in order to do so. This is what you are here for. This is why you're here. It's not because, oh my God, it's a good cause and I could call it a good cause and make people feel like shitty about not giving into a good cause, which is what usually happens with a lot of not just funding places or organizations, but also a lot of companies do this type of method as well. They'll sell a thing that they know would be hard to not buy because it's for a good thing, like it's for a good benefit, whether if it's for your good health or for I don't know, to make you do things better and whatnot, and then they'll make you feel shitty for not getting it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go for a stretch here, but I hope you stay here with me. It's almost like at the beginning of phones, or like cell phones that you could carry around everywhere with you, not just like the telephones that you could keep at home. Not those. I'm talking about like the ones you could carry on you, cell phones, like this iPhone that I have here. They were designed at first to originally contact someone, my loved one, my friend, here and there and whatnot. And they said, yo, it probably was like, yo, this shit's not selling like how it should be. Not everybody is buying this shit. You know what? We should put fucking YouTube on this shit. We should put like a search engine that you can literally look up how to make sugar and you'll find it. We should do that. And then they did that. And eventually now, if I wanted to, I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just delete myself from using any type of phone. I don't want to own a phone anymore. You can do so. But for example, like you would always have to like use some type of technology. You can't just be like, what if you wanted to be a fucking nomad and just be like, yo, I don't want to use no type of technology. I'm going to stick to me receiving paper through mail, me just going into work, looking at my clock every day, going into work exactly when I need to. I'll punch in and punch out and whatnot. But everybody has a phone, and you're gonna be weird if you don't, and rightfully so, because everybody got a fucking phone now. So it's like if you don't have a phone, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Raise some eyebrows. But that's what I kind of mean by that. Again, it's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, it's it's what eventually came out and happened with the phone. First, it was just to communicate. Now it's just for everything. I do more so less communicating than just entertainment, using it for entertainment, my phone. So it's we'll see what happens with the story. Hopefully we're able to do something about it. because $6 billion is a lot of fucking money. And I believe that if that's what it takes to solve world hunger, then why the fuck not? And Elon Musk gets hella respect for even involving himself with this story, because he could have easily just ignored that. Could have probably been a story. Oh, Elon Musk ignores this and third, or like Elon Musk doesn't respond to this, I don't know, this proposal or whatnot. And the fact that he did, and now it could just be all talk. But given his past, maybe he's a little different than all these other billionaires, hopefully. But speaking of Elon Musk, I saw this this TikTok of this guy that he had posted like a video of his Tesla being charged a certain way. They have like this whole trend where it's like, fuck it, perpendicular gas, putting gas in your car. And they were doing it. He did it with a Tesla, in charging his Tesla. And he made another video with that same trend and was like, oh, look at what this bozo Elon Musk sends me. And it was somebody at the Tesla Corporation that hit him up and was like, oh, we urge you to take that video down. And if you don't, then you will lose the ability to charge your Tesla again or whatnot. And that was just, shit was scary. I was like, what? So these motherfuckers could just shut down your vehicle wherever at any moment. You telling me if I rob a bank, I can't use a Tesla vehicle to get away? Because all the FBI got to do is just call Tesla and be like, yo, shut down number 4456. All right, copy that. And you just, nothing's working no more. You're just in the car. The whole shit turns off. Your fucking big ass screen turns off. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Or what if you're like somebody who's, I don't know, exposing the government, and you're using a Tesla, then all of a sudden they just turn off your brakes. You're in a highway going fucking 80 miles per hour. And next thing you know, they just turned off your brakes. And they turn your wheel to the left completely. Now you're a dead man. That shit is scary. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out because I didn't know what the fuck that... I didn't know they could even do that. I didn't even think about them even doing that. But here you go. I just opened Pandora's box for you guys. Or that guy just opened Pandora's box for us. Anyways, moving on from that. I seen this thing about I live in New York. I say this every fucking episode. I don't know why I can't stay away from saying that, because I have to like let you guys know, put you guys on some New York fucking news. But people working for the NYPD and the FDNY are refusing to cooperate with the government's vaccine mandate. So it's resulting in officers getting put under religious exempt and firehouses going out of service, just because not a lot of fucking firemen can work at the moment, or firemen that don't want to deal with fucking getting the vaccine. And it just goes to show that how deeply people feel about this vaccine mandate. It's like you're infringing in our fucking freedom. That's the shit that gets me really pissed off about it. Cause it's like, my nigga, let me do whatever the fuck I want to do with my fucking beliefs, whatever the case is. And it's like the fact that they're putting fucking these NYPDs under religious exempt. It's like, I feel like every company should have that, at least for the moment. You know, if I work for Tesla, put me under religious exempt. I mean, maybe not all companies have that perk. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. I guess that's why I've seen a lot on the road, people getting away with a lot of shit, like broken tail lights and broken things in their vehicles that they would usually get stopped for and get a ticket written up for. Just because there's more important things to worry about with lesser employees, you know. So I guess I hope when I go back to work I don't get asked to get fucking vaccinated, bro, because I would be broke. I will go homeless and depend on you guys. I will plead you guys to donate to my cause of keep Adrian away from homelessness cause. So yeah, that'll suck ass because I do not want to deal with that at all whatsoever. I don't want to deal with any of that. But I hope people see what the fuck is going on. This is what's going on in New York at this very moment. All of these cops that we were seeing being dickheads in the during the whole rioting of 2020 and summer of 2020 and shit like that, have all now we're all on the same page with how the government be fucking around too much. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I know about this story right here. It's just interesting because it's like I know a couple people in the police force, you know. I wonder how they're still working, but I wonder how they're dealing with this whole situation and being short staffed and whatnot. But kudos to those guys. I hope shit goes well. I hope this shit gets solved because I don't want it to be like the Wild Wild West. More so than it already is in the Bronx. Feel me? Like, I'm from the Bronx. So more so than it already is here. I hope it don't get fucking... I wish to God shit gets more controlled. But I don't know, man. I feel like all of these things are leading up to the government wanting to take more action in what we do and what... As if they already don't, but more so do it more than they already do it. And we'll see the effects of it. We'll see the after effects of all of that. But anyways, moving on from that, I wanted to talk about this Josue Vargas and versus Jose Zepeda fight. I don't really watch boxing. You know, I watched these young fellas because the hype around it was just like Josue Vargas is known as very talented, but then very cocky and very he thinks he's better than a lot of these fighters, and he walked with that energy into this. He walked into this fight with that energy, and I think they had two press conferences where, in both press conferences, he disrespected the shit out of Jose Zepeda. So, in one of them being that he was repping his flag, and you know, Jose Zepeda. I'm gonna just stop saying the first name because they both have kind of like the same name, almost. But Zepeda wanted to rep his own flag, so he kind of got in front of him a little bit, and Vargas was quick to just like, you know, like just yank it off of him, and you know, they just started like wanting to fight each other and shit. And that happens at press conferences and whatnot. But then the second one I think came, the second one came, and this guy is just Zepeda is just there, you know, just looking his opponent in the eye and all that. I think this is a weigh-in, if I'm not mistaken, and Vargas is just all up in his face, like, yeah, you know who I am, this and the third, you know what's gonna happen to you, I'm gonna knock your ass out, this and the third, something. He was pointing at his bag, he was like, you know what's in my bag, this and the third, that belt was gonna be my belt. He grabbed his belt and he like started posing with his belt, and you know, shit talking happens, you feel me? That's It's common in sports, point blank. Exactly like it's specifically in the sport of boxing and MMA and stuff like that. And it is normalized. It's in the world of sports. It's what you do when you want to get into an opponent's head. But the thing is, the way in which you do so is what matters. You know, you for example, the way Vargas was doing it, you can tell that he's doing it in the way he's doing it in order to show the audience that he's doing so, that he's talking shit. Because I can look at you, if me and you are fighting right now, I can look at you, and if I wanted to get into your head, I would tell you very briefly the things that I feel like would get under your skin. Not everybody has to know. My trainers don't have to know. My coach doesn't have to know. I could tell you that in your ear without letting the cameras read lips or letting any kind of exposure of, oh, look, he just spoke shit to him. I could tell you very, in very discreet ways, little personal shit about you that maybe could get under your skin. But the fact that he was doing so very loudmouth-like, let Zepeda know exactly where this guy was heading and what he was all about. It was just that he was doing all these gestures like, yeah, you know who the fuck I am? Like, yeah, nigga, like, watch what's on my back. Like, yeah, it's over for you, okay? Like, this and the third, like, you ain't gonna do nothing. This belt was gonna be mine. Like, all that extra shit, bro. I would look at him the same way and be like, bro, I'm about to knock your ass out. Like, I can't wait to get this easy bread. As opposed to just being like, yo, looking at each other in the eyes, very briefly telling you something that will get under your skin, and very low, not doing all this commotion and acting and fucking moving around and this, that, the third. Showboating for what? To get knocked out 2 minutes into the fight in the first round. Wobbly legs. You feel me? And it's like after the fight, I went on his Instagram and I seen this thing. I might fuck around, post it right here. But I seen this post he shared. Like somebody else posted it and then like he just put it up on his story. And it said, talking shit is normal in sport, period. Not just boxing. I strongly believe that you can beat someone by getting in their head. It's a tactic that most athletes use. The only thing is Zepeda had clean chin shot. Vargas never once said he was a bad fighter or didn't voice it. He acknowledged this would be his toughest fight. He had to talk shit, whether it's sports or in the streets. Who knows what would have happened if the fight had lasted? My bro is 23 years old and accomplished more than most people ever will. In his comments, this is just the beginning. I like how motherfuckers like to, number one, dick suck, because I don't know who that man is. It's like, you're not Vargas, bro. Why are you talking for Vargas? Maybe just a big fan, though. Let's leave it off for that. But I like how people like to be like, they like to, when they're in a down moment, like to bring down other people that they know for sure, or not for sure, but they have a kind of a good idea that they're in a bad spot in their life, and bring them down so like they could like have some type of like a flow, so they could stay afloat at least a little longer. I like my bro is 23 years old and has accomplished a lot more than people have in their comments. Bro, why would you share that? Like, it says a lot. It just goes to show how cocky you are about yourself. And it's one thing to be, full, like to be very confident about yourself. That's one thing. People very, very often mistaken being confident about yourself and being cocky. There's two different. There's a difference between the two. But it's funny to me. It's just hilarious to me. And it was very enjoyable. It was entertainment for sure. Even though it lasted 2 minutes, we found it very entertaining. Because number one, The trash talking didn't work. The tactic of getting into the opponent's head did not work. And yeah, I mean, yeah, he's 23. Congrats to him for being 23 in the position that he's in and making it that far. Most strongly agree that there's a lot of people in the comment section just hating and looking to bring down that person's character. Definitely agree with that. But we all know that. And for you to acknowledge that and shed more light to that, it kind of says something about you. But that's besides the point. it just goes to show what I was talking about earlier. You know, and there's people. I think he's from New York City. At one point, I think I followed him on Instagram way before, like 3 years ago, when he was starting to make like noise and shit like that. But even then, I realized it looked to me, I didn't know, but it looked to me that he was just too full of himself. I was like, I gotta unfollow this person. It's just, nah, I can't follow somebody like that. And a lot of people can attribute to that from here. A lot of people that follow him before. And all the dick suckers that don't know the nigga, they just know that he from New York. They like to dick ride. That's what happens to a lot of people. They like to dick ride a lot of people just because they're from the same neighborhood and shit. You don't know the person. You may not know the person, bro, at all. Not even personally or nothing like that. But you just assume that the person's doing a good job because they're in the stage in their life that they're in. And hey, let me just try to get close to this person and try to like see if maybe they consider me a friend in the future. And then in the future, I could just say that this person is my friend. Yeah, it's the amount of people that I follow on Instagram that were just that were either making fun of him or, you know, just trying to bring his head up is ridiculous. But it's not gonna change. I feel like based on that post that I just shared or that I just shared with you guys, I feel like it's just gonna be the same cockiness. But at least we all got to witness that you should always be humble. And if you're not humble, you're gonna get humbled. So that's my story on this whole fight. Moving on from that, I want to talk about the best thing that Alex Coruso could have done in his career was move to Chicago and join the Chicago Bulls. One reason I say that is because look at how great they are. At this current moment, they're 6-1. And the only reason I'm excited for them is because of Alex Coruso. And a little bit of because of DeMar DeRozan. I'm not a big fan of Lonzo Ball. But it's working for my man Coruso, though. He definitely showed out in the Lakers, and he deserves to show out elsewhere. The reason I say I feel like that's the best thing he could have done was move to Chicago and join the Bulls is because we're currently seeing how well he's flourishing with this lineup. You know, obviously they have Zach LaVine, they have Lonzo Ball, and they have DeMar DeRozan. So they have some veteranship, some kind of leadership, and also rookiness, I guess, if that's even a thing. And they're gelling together because they're all pretty close in age. And we're seeing it with our very own eyes, at least for now. But good luck to my man Alex Coruso. Yeah, man. This has been another episode, guys. Another episode of Scary Hours. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I hope you guys continue to enjoy. Every week I'm going to be here for you guys. And yeah, I hope last week was a great week. I mentioned this earlier. I hope next week is an even better week. And I hope you have a great Wednesday, because it's my birthday tomorrow. And enjoy. See you guys next week. And if there's anything you guys want me to add on these episodes, let me know. Hit me up. I always urge you guys to hit me up, and let's build this connection. Let's build this fan base. I love you all, and have a good day.